What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the possibility of a Nintendo Direct happening really soon. Now I think that a lot of you guys can agree that recently Nintendo news has been kind of dry, and we really haven't gotten anything new outside of E3. Like, of course, E3 was the big Nintendo event where they showed off a lot of cool things like Breath of the Wild 2 being in development, they showed off games like The Witcher 3 being ported to the Switch, but after that big E3 event, we really haven't had anything else, and it's pretty obvious that Nintendo is probably going to be having some type of Nintendo Direct that's going to be coming up. In fact, if you guys are really big hardcore fans of Nintendo, then I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably figured out the pattern that they use as well. And the pattern is that they pretty much always have a Nintendo Direct in the beginning of the year. So like they usually have, I think they had one in January of 2016. In 2017, they had like a whole entire Nintendo Switch presentation. 2018, I think they had like a Direct Mini. And then of course this year we had a Direct that happened in February. So they usually start off a Nintendo Direct by showing us a couple of games that are going to be coming out for the first few months, usually from like January to March. Then after that, we usually get like a big spring direct that has a lot of good information inside of it. I mean, the big one that I'm sure a lot of you guys can remember is the one that happened in March last year. That's the one where it ended off with the teaser for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and everybody was going insane because it showed Breath of the Wild Link and the Inklings, and everybody was going nuts, and so they usually follow this type of formula. Then we get to E3 time where Nintendo likes to focus on one big game during E3. I mean, for the past couple of years, they've pretty much always done this, where like 2016, they only focused on Breath of the Wild. That was like their big focused game. 2017, it was Super Mario Odyssey. They were showing a lot of good gameplay and stuff with that. 2018, it was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, lots of gameplay of the new characters and all of that. And then this year, they really didn't have like a big focus game, but they showed off a lot of the other big games that are coming out this year, like Luigi's Mansion 3 and Astral Chain and some of the games like that. And so after E3, there's always a September Direct, or like a Direct that happens in the fall that showcases all of the games that are going to be coming out from that time until the winter of this year, as well as a few games that could be coming out in early 2020 or like the early next year. And so of course now we're at the point where everybody is hoping for the next new Nintendo Direct to come, and I mean, we are approaching September. We're only a few days away from September. It's actually going to be September tomorrow from the time that I upload this video, so everybody's hoping that maybe September's coming around, we're probably going to be getting a Nintendo Direct, and everybody's hoping that it's going to come really soon. And to add to that, we actually have a potential leak here from a really credible source who's claiming that a Nintendo Direct is actually going to be happening next week. Now the leaker that I'm talking about is Emily Rogers, and so if you guys don't know who Emily Rogers is, she's actually known for leaking a lot of the information about the Nintendo Switch back when it was still codenamed the NX, and everybody was wondering like, what is this next new Nintendo system going to be like? Is it going to be portable? Is it going to be a home console? Like, people were just unsure, and she actually gave us a lot of information about what the NX prototype was like, how it was going to be like this tablet-like design, and so she actually got a lot of that information correct, but unfortunately she does not have a perfect track record. There have been instances where she's gotten things incorrect. I think like the big January Nintendo presentation that happened in 2017, everybody was looking forward to seeing what new games and things they were going to announce, and I think she hinted or alluded to the fact that I think Mother 3 was apparently going to be announced for the Switch at that presentation, and we obviously know that didn't turn out to be the case. So she has gotten a few things incorrect, but there have also just been so many things that she has accurately predicted to the point where she has like a really good track record. I'm pretty sure she's gotten more things right than wrong, so it is a good thing to believe her, or at least have a little bit of faith in her. I mean, I remember last year in 2018 when everybody was wondering if Pokemon on the Switch was going to be revealed, and everybody was wondering like, are we going to be getting a Pokemon game on the Switch this year? And Emily Rogers was actually really confident in the fact that we were going to be getting Pokemon on the Switch in 2018, and that the reveal was going to be happening in May, and that there was going to be a special accessory that you're going to be able to use with the games. Now, a lot of people were doubting her when she said this because it just seemed like Game Freak was staying very silent, but sure enough, I think it was on May 29th of last year, they uploaded a video of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee coming out for the Nintendo Switch in 2018, as well as a special Pokeball Plus accessory that is going to be able to be used with the games. So yeah, Emily Rogers got all of that completely correct. And even in regards to Smash Bros on the Switch, I remember people were like, what are the new characters gonna be? And while Emily Rogers didn't in fact like reveal any of the newcomers, she was saying interesting things about the game. She was saying like, these new characters are gonna make people jump out of their seats, but she also said something which was really interesting, which was the fact that she said this was going to be the ultimate Super Smash Bros game. She literally said that phrase before the game's name was officially announced, before we just knew that it was a Smash game coming for the Switch, and then it got revealed at E3 that the game's title is Super Smash Bros Ultimate, so she basically knew about that as well and kind of teased it. So yeah, she's gotten a lot of things correct. And just recently, Emily Rogers put up a new post regarding the Nintendo Direct, and she said the date may have changed, so please be gentle, but I'm pretty sure it's next week, the first week of September. Covers autumn and winter games, September 2019 through March 2020. Like some people mentioned earlier, they would need to have the Direct before TGS, and so I'm pretty sure TGS is referring to the Tokyo Game Show, which is like a big event that happens, and they usually have like new game announcements and things like that. But I think if Nintendo wants to have new game announcements, they're obviously going to be saving them for the Nintendo Direct. Now here she did kind of indirectly say that she does not have 100% confidence that the Nintendo Direct is going to be happening next week, but she did say that she has a pretty good chance that she thinks that it is going to happen. And I mean, either way, whether or not she turns out to be correct or not, I still think that it's pretty obvious that we're definitely going to be getting a September Nintendo Direct. Like I mentioned with that pattern earlier in the video, Nintendo always has a fall type of Direct, so we're getting a September Direct one way or the other. I just don't know if it's going to be what like Emily Rogers said, and if it's going to be literally this week, or if it's going to be happening a little bit later. Now she did say that it covers games from September 2019 through March 2020, and so I know of course my dude Endgame the Cube is probably talking about how it's going to have Animal Crossing. I mean maybe, we do know that Animal Crossing is going to be releasing in March 2020, and if it's going to go through March 2020, that could be like one of their kind of surprise announcements towards the end where they show off a new trailer for Animal Crossing New Horizons. I still think that they're probably going to talk a little bit about the fall things that are coming out this year, like how Banjo-Kazooie is coming out for Smash Bros. Maybe we could get a brand new Smash character at the end of this Direct as well. I think that that's pretty likely, but yeah, I think that a lot of these have a pretty good chance of happening. I mean, like, she didn't really say anything in terms of what's going to be shown, but I think it just makes sense. Like, obviously they're going to have a Direct where they cover the fall games, because we don't know anything about the fall games really all that much. Like, it's kind of hard to like remember exactly what's coming out, so this will be a good refresher to know like what are the games that are going to be coming out this year through the end of the year, as well as what we can expect early next year. Now I don't want to make this video into like a full-fledged predictions video where we look at like everything that I think could be shown in the Direct. I think I'm going to wait till Nintendo officially announces the Nintendo Direct for September, and once we get that announcement, I'll make a video a little bit later where we go through like everything that I think could be shown, as well as take a look at some of your thoughts from Twitter. So yeah, you can go and follow me on Twitter if you want to be featured in that video. I'm sure like if the Direct is going to be happening this week or whenever it gets announced, I'll put up a video like literally a couple hours later. But something real fast that I can mention about this Direct is I'm pretty sure it's going to have something with Overwatch on the Switch, as if you guys don't know, Overwatch actually apparently got leaked for the Nintendo Switch because there's a special case with an Overwatch logo and like an Overwatch branded Nintendo Switch case, and it's even licensed by Nintendo, so it's official, and it's going to be releasing sometime really soon. I mean, it was posted on Amazon, but then the listing got deleted right away. But I mean, if you think about it, like why would they make a special Overwatch case for the Nintendo Switch, an official licensed one, if the game isn't coming out for the Switch? Like it kind of just makes sense that the game is probably going to be coming out, so that's going to be something that I'm pretty sure we're definitely going to see inside of this Direct. And really the most important thing inside of Emily's post is that this Nintendo Direct would need to happen before the Tokyo Game Show this year, and if we take a look at when that's going to be happening, it says that the 2019 Tokyo Game Show will begin on Wednesday, September 11th and end on Sunday, September 15th. And so if we take a look at that on the calendar, September 11th is literally the second week of September, it's the second week of the month, and what's going to be happening at the Tokyo Game Show is a lot of other companies are going to be having big game announcements and big game reveals, and if Nintendo wants to get their information and get people hyped, they would need to do it before this event, because it's not going to be all that big if there's going to be other huge announcements from other companies and people are all hyped about that, and then Nintendo decides to do a Direct later. I mean, there's not going to be a majority of people that are hyped, so it makes sense for Nintendo to have their Direct before, get everybody hyped about their stuff, and then leave it to the rest of the companies to have their announcements later. And so with that logic in mind, it would make sense to have a Nintendo Direct this week, but we'll see what's going to happen. Maybe Nintendo decides to wait a little bit, but I feel like with this logic, she is going on the right path, and I think Emily Rogers is onto something, and I think that there is a really good chance that we'll probably see a Nintendo Direct this week. And so there you go guys, that is the September 2019 Nintendo Direct leak or rumor that we have right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. Do you guys think that there is going to be a Direct that's going to happen this week? Do you think it's going to happen later? What do you hope to see from it? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. Definitely going to have some more Nintendo content in the future, so please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos. And also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.